I was going to tell you that I have quite a large group of clients that even though things didn't go exactly according to plan, they reached out to me and sent me notes and messages and postcards and all types of stuff saying, we saw how much extra things you had to do this year that you weren't planning on doing. And I really just want to applaud you for it. And you taught me so much on just how you handled yourself, knowing that you still had to fulfill, or you made the choice to still fulfill on the things that you said you were going to do. So I'm just telling you all that. We think as healthcare providers that we're so good with service and fulfillment, and that just because we are great at our skill or our craft, that alone is what makes people want to stay with us and use us. And that's not really what it is. I mean, that's wonderful if you're good. That's great. But really, it's a matter of, do you deliver to your clients on the things you say you're going to do?
This is Secrets for Success.
Welcome to the Secrets for Success podcast. I'm your host, Greg Todd. Thank you, as always, for joining me, my friends. Let's talk about fulfillment today. Let's talk about the fact that I just lost a bet. If you are watching the podcast, you will see that I have on a Celtics jersey. Oh, God. And a Jaylen Brown jersey in particular. Jaylen Brown is the finals MVP. The Boston Celtics won the NBA championship, and I lost a bet to one of my dear friends, a client of mine, Laura Turner, who is a rabid Boston Celtics fan. And I told her that if your team would win the NBA Finals, which they are not, I would actually wear one of the shirts you've given me and I won't burn it. Anyways, Boston won, and here I am. I'm fulfilling on what I said I was going to do. And that's what we're going to talk about on today's podcast. I actually talked about this in my Facebook group when I told Laura that I would wear the shirt and I would wear it live. And I want to talk to you guys about this as well. I want to talk to you about fulfillment inside of your business, fulfillment in your life, building your personal brand and protecting your personal brand. I really do believe that this is an extremely, extremely important point. I believe that the one thing that you have, you might not be a registered dietitian 10 years from now. You might not be a physical therapist. You might not be an OT. You might not be a speech language pathologist. You might not be a chiro. You might not be a physician 10 years from now. But what I know will happen is if you are on this earth 10 years from now is that you will have a reputation. And I hope to God that your reputation is good and it ain't bad. And the way that you can protect your personal brand, AKA your personal reputation, is by actually doing the things that you say you're going to do. Okay? There is nothing worse than being someone that does not do the things that they say they're going to do. Even if that means that you have to wear a shirt that is a Boston Celtics jersey. Oh, God. Okay, but here I am wearing it because I told her I would if the thing that happened. And so it did. And I really just want to harp on this a little bit more. I want to share some things of what has happened over the last 365 days. And a year ago, I had just finished our SSHC Live 2023 event. It was an amazing event. We had a lot of clients come into our world. I had a much bigger team and a much bigger staff at that time. I presented an offer for people to work in my higher level programs. And part of that offer was for them to get access to a team. And I gave a lot of things in the offer because I had just invested a lot of money in bringing on a lot of humans to work at Smart Success Healthcare. I'm talking hundreds of thousands of dollars to basically have people that are very good at what they do help my clients bridge the gap between them being solopreneurs to them having a sizable group of people, a sizable team to be able to help them with growing and just moving the needle in their business faster. And it sounded good, and it was good until it wasn't. And so we won't get into all the reasons on why I made the changes, but I made the changes because I felt like when I say made the changes, I let go a lot of that staff and transitioned from a lot of them because I just felt like that was the right thing for my business. And now looking back, it's been 6 months since we made that transition, actually a little bit more than 6 months, maybe 8 months since we made that transition. It was the right move for sure. And where the company is right now is in so much of a better spot. We are serving our clients at extremely high level, and those people were great. It just didn't work. With that said, my clients, I promised them something. And the last 6 to 7 months have been probably the hardest months that I've ever had with regards to just what I've had to fulfill with coaching, because I have to still fulfill on the things that I promise people. Okay. And I promised them a lot of different things, and I wanted to make sure that they got it. And it's been difficult. There's actually even a few things that we're still fulfilling out for people. And it's been tough, but I have to do it. And I mean, I don't have to do it, but I have chosen to do it, because if I choose not to do it, then I have to deal with the repercussions of it. The repercussions is me not being able to look myself in the mirror and knowing that I actually was a man of my word. The repercussions is people actually saying, hey, Greg Todd says one thing, but then delivers on another. I don't want that. And so it's been tough, but I've had to do it. And I know that my personal brand has been, if anything, improved this year versus actually tainted. And that's basically what I've had to deal with. And I'm telling you all that because fulfilling on things that you promise people is one of the easiest things you can do, but it's also one of the hardest things for you to do as well. Okay? It's not hard to do the things that you say you're going to do, but it's so easy to not do the things that you say you're going to do. Ironically, I just had this same message and talk inside my Facebook community. If you're not in a community, go into community, shtcommunity.com. But the person that I wore this shirt for actually just said in the community that after listening to this video that I did on this subject that I'm talking to you guys about right now, she says, I actually had a commitment on Friday, but the parade is on Friday, and I want to go to the parade, and I want to get out of that commitment. But because I did this video, she said, I'm actually going to keep the commitment. And I'm proud of her for doing that, because here's the reality. The reality is that, there's a lot of times that we don't want to do the things that we, have committed to do. It's not fun. It doesn't feel great all the time. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of stress. But it's in our best interest to just do the things that we've told other people to do, because it protects our personal brand and it enhances your personal brand. And I lost my train of thought earlier. I was going to tell you that I have quite a large group of clients that, even though things didn't go exactly according to plan, they reached out to me and sent me notes and messages and postcards and all types of stuff saying, we saw how much extra things you had to do this year that you weren't planning on doing. And I really just want to applaud you for it. And you taught me so much on just how you handled yourself, knowing that you still had to fulfill, or you made the choice to still fulfill on the things that you said you were going to do. So I'm just telling you all that. We think as healthcare providers that we're so good with service and fulfillment, and that just because we are great at our skill or our craft, that alone is what makes people want to stay with us and use us. And that's not really what it is. I mean, that's wonderful if you're good. That's great. But really, it's a matter of, do you deliver to your clients on the things you say you're going to do? Are you clearly communicating what it is that you are going to do for them through the time, effort, and commitment of you working with them? And do you follow up on that? And are you a man or a woman of your word? I can't tell you how important that is. It is so important. So I just want to remind you today to protect your brand at all costs. Do the things you say you're going to do. Commit to the things that you say you're going to commit to. And be a man or woman of your word. I hope that helps you all. Till next time. That was easy.